How's it going? Happy Monday. Hi guys. I was just making some tags this morning and I came up with this really simple way to add a little pocket on the back of them. You guys probably already know how to do this, but since I'm going to be making a bunch of them, I thought I would just come on here and hang out for a little bit. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using this fabric, this map fabric from Joann's, and it's super cute. So hi Kimberly and Danielle, how are you guys today? Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it and do what I'm doing. I'm using this coffee dyed paper as like the backing of the fabric tags, and I just I use a little bit of glue and just glue it straight down onto the fabric, and then I'm going to go ahead and just trim around the fabric. So I'll just hi Shannon and Ramona, how are you guys? And Helma. Good evening. It must be evening where you are, huh? It is morning here. I don't even know what time. Maybe, if I had to guess, 11, 12? I should actually get my laptop and then that might be helpful. Okay, let's see here. It's dead, so we'll plug it in. I don't really need to know what time it is, but you know. Hello, how are you guys? Netherlands, that's cool. And oh wait, good evening from West Virginia. Wouldn't West Virginia, would that be afternoon? Or is it much later than I actually thought? Hi Heather. It's fun to see where you guys are from. Yeah, so if you're just hopping on, I am just cutting out some fabric that I lined with coffee dyed paper. I need to make 40 tags. Well, actually I need to make like 80, but I need to make, or 70. But I need 40 of those are going to have a pocket on the back. Those are going to be for my Patreon members that are in the Orchid tier. I'm doing a travel themed, like kind of a pen pal pack, I guess you could call it. Let's see. Okay, it's 2:24 in West Virginia, so I bet it's, maybe it's 11:30 or 12:30 here. I don't even know. Okay. It is going to be a really nice warm day here today. And so I'm just working though until I'll have my kids, they'll be home in a little bit. And I'm hoping to enjoy some of the nice weather today. You're from Arkansas, Michigan. Fun. Okay. I'm obsessed with these fabric scissors from Ribbon Bazaar. They are so good. And it might look like I'm cutting paper with them, but I'm actually cutting the fabric. Thank you, Jean. She said, I smashed the thumbs up button. Did you? That's nice. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. I just use a little bit of glue to hold it on because I am going to take these to the sewing machine and sew them. But like I was saying a little bit ago, I wanted to add a pocket to the back of these. I'm looking for, oh, there we go. I want to add a pocket, and I'll show you. I think I have one done here. I'm just going to use the coffee dyed paper to make the pocket because then if you didn't actually want to put anything in the pocket, the coffee dyed paper just kind of blends into the backing, and you could just use the whole thing for journaling, if that makes sense. I swear I had one done. Well, anywho, I'll show you. Just like that. Well, this is going to be sewn, but let me just show you real quick. So we got our tag. And then on the back, see, it's just coffee dyed paper, but there's actually like a little pocket there. It's not sewn on yet, so like, oops. I think you get the point, but I'm just trying to make sure just in case. So you could put like a little card or something in there, and then you could still use, since it's coffee dyed paper, you could still use this for journaling or add a picture or something like that if you wanted. But I'm going to sew around the edges of this. But like I said, since I need to make so many of these, I wanted to come up with like the quickest way to do this. So what I'm doing, I'm making 8 tags out of this. This is an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I'm going to just equally cut it into 8 rectangles. And honestly, this is the quickest way I've found. Just fold it in half, hot dog style. And sometimes when I'm cutting a bunch of these, I will just take them to my trimmer because I can stack like 4 of them up and trim. But sometimes this is just easier for me. So we have our crease right there down the center, and then I'm going to fold it in half the opposite way. And then since I want there to be 8 tags, I'm going to fold it so it's like that one more way, if that makes sense. And then my 8 rectangles will be kind of planned out for me. So to add, so now that I have this, I don't want to add an individual pocket to each one. If I was only making 8, that would not be a problem. But again, I'm making 40, so I want to make this go as fast as possible. So I'm taking a half piece of paper and half of the, so like the top half is going to be the pockets for the left side. The bottom is going to be the pockets for the right side. So let me just show you. So I'm going to fold this in half too. Like that. Just to help me with placement. And now I'm going to add a little bit of glue. I hope this is making sense. It will, like, once I cut them out and stuff. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue down the center here. And then, like, just up the sides. And that, again, is just going to hold on. It's just going to hold the paper in place until we take it to the sewing machine. And you don't have to use a sewing machine. You can just use glue if you want. But now I'm going to take my paper that's folded down the center. And I'm going to line this center line up with the center line on my tags. And this, I know, is not the best way for you to see what I'm doing because I'm over here, but it's just simple enough project that I know you guys will get it. There we go. So it looks kind of weird now, but now I just have a paper down the center like that. And then what I'm going to do is cut all the way across. I don't want to go to my trimmer, so I'm just going to do that here. And I'm just going to follow my fold mark. Yeah, I'm just going to cut down that center. And depending on how perfect I cut, there is a chance this paper might move once I have it in half, but it should be good enough for now. Then, now we have this, and so there's 4 tags on this. You can kind of see how they are, you can kind of see. And then I'm just going to cut each of those individually, but if I cut right now, then this paper is just going to go floating all around. So I'm actually going to take this to the sewing machine, and I'm going to sew around the entire edge of it, and then I'll go ahead and cut them apart. Does that make sense? Again, it's really simple, so once you see the final product, you'll get it. So let's go to the sewing machine. And really honestly, you don't have to do it this way. You could just do each individual one, but I'm always needing to make so many of everything that I'm always looking for a way to make things go a little faster and simpler, because I like simple projects. Okay, so let's go. I realized that I did just use these scissors on that paper. Should be fine. Okay. So let's try this is not the best tripod. I broke my good tripod a while ago, like a couple weeks ago, and it really sucks. But okay, I'm just gonna make sure that my paper is still on here as straight as possible. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just sew around the entire edges here. Or actually, I take that back. I'm just going to sew down the bottom real quick. There. Then the pocket's held on. You could do this several ways. You could go ahead now and sew around each individual tag and then cut them apart, or you can cut them apart and then, you know what I mean? It just kind of depends what feels natural to you. But I would rather cut them apart now because I want to cut them into a tag shape rather than keeping them in a rectangle shape. I mean, either is fine. It just depends on what you want. So I'm excited for this travel theme. Yep, anyways, and then you're basically left with, you know, we have the fabric on the front, and this is just kind of open. But I'm going to go ahead now and cut the top into tag shape, like that. And then what I'm going to do is sew around the edges. So I do this in stages. Like I'll do all of the gluing, all of the cutting at once. And then, yeah, like kind of assembly line style, if that makes sense. But I always want to show you like the final product, so I'm trying to do an entire one real quick just to show you. Someone just asked what sewing machine I'm using, and I am using the Brother Project Runway sewing machine, and I absolutely love it. I've had it for probably 6 years, and I sew mostly paper and fabric, but mostly paper, and it's great. I've never had any issues with it or anything like that. I have a lot of videos on my channel like talking about this, doing a review and all of that. So Jean, well, I'm glad that I could be some help to you. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off sewing around this entire tag, and then it will be done. And you could add a tab to the top if you want, you know, you can get creative with it. I don't always trim all the threads because most people, they like the threads just hanging, you know what I mean? So there we go. Simple. Now you have your little pocket, so you can take your little vintage slide and pop it in. Actually, I wonder, I didn't think about that, if that would fit. I wasn't making these to fit, but that might be kind of cute. Yeah. Fun. Oh, also, once I include the bulb pin to this, could probably add this on here somehow. Like, yeah, anyways, all kinds of fun things that we can do. So that's what I'm working on. Okay, question. I need advice real quick. Some of you are probably my Patreon members. If not, then just let me know what you think. Let's see. I can't remember if I already answered what kind of sewing machine this was, but I don't remember if it was someone else that asked or maybe if I just saw that again. No, never mind. It was the same person. Brother Project Runway. Okay, so I made these little slides, vintage slides. I mean, I didn't make the base of it is actually a vintage slide. I just added the little picture and the little eyelet so that it can be a little charm. So my question, should I just keep them blank, send them like this, and then the recipient can decorate it however they want, do whatever they want to it, or should I add these cute little die cuts that I have? I have this Tim Holtz pack, and it's like botanical vintage theme. I'll show you which one. They're all kind of different. There's all kinds in here. Like some of them are labels, some of them are little butterflies or floral pieces. So they would all be completely different. I would just randomly pick one of these and add it on. There's little mushrooms. Let's see, let me get my glue. Okay, I'll grab one. I feel like they look more finished. These were pretty time consuming to make just on their own, but yeah, I don't know. I can't decide. Let me just see which one I would want to add here. Some of them are a little too big, but I'll show you in a sec. I'm just kind of figuring out which one here. I'll use the little mushroom one here for this. I just can't decide. I don't know. So, see, there's that one. I feel like it's such a little die cut that I don't know if that's focusing. That's like a little mushroom. Jean, you say you would want the extras on there. Yeah, I just feel like it makes it a little bit more unique of a project because this is pretty plain. And again, even though this project was a bit time consuming, it won't take me much longer to go through. I have 100 of these, but it wouldn't take me that long to just go through and add. I would just randomly grab from my little bag here and just add one. Like I said, some will be a little label, but I think it'll just look like more of a finished project. And I think that you could still kind of decorate it or add to it to make it maybe what theme you wanted, or you know what I mean. I love little labels, and I feel like most people that do little junk journal projects also do. Like that one's pretty simple because it just has that little label there, but I like how it looks. So yeah, and they're tiny. Most people like little tiny things. Okay, well, I'll wait and see if anyone else has any thing to chime in with on that. I could also just send one, but then again, I like to send things that are kind of like a final project. You can still change it up a little bit or use it how you want, but I want it to be finalized so that you can feel like you have these things that you can use to make your journaling a little bit easier, I guess, and quicker. So I think I'm probably going to do that, but I'll see. And then for now, I'm just going to go ahead and continue working on these tags, I think. I'm going to bring these over here. I don't know if this is the best place to sit. I need my coffee. I need to shut this door. Okay. My mom just gave me these. Yeah, they're cute, huh, Shannon? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just add the pockets to the two other tag templates, not templates, the tag, you know what I'm saying. Oh, I feel like I grabbed my laptop for some reason. I think I was just trying to figure out what time it was. I feel like every time I do a live, I realize, oh, I'm hungry. And that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm hungry. Okay. What else do I have to do today? Gotta finish these tags. Oh yeah, I remember. I have these envelopes. They're like airmail, but I feel like they kind of go with the travel theme. Thanks to Maddie for giving me this idea. And this is gonna be the final extra project that goes to my Patreon, my Orchid members. But we're gonna take this and turn this into like a little folio kind of thing. It's gonna be a small one, like a little, yeah, I guess that's what you would call it. So she kind of gave me an idea. Let's see here. I'm just gonna play around with it real fast. Sorry, I hope you guys didn't just hear me. Can you let me know if I'm still here, because yeah, let me know. I almost just answered a FaceTime call, and sometimes that kicks me off. Yep. Oh, are you saying yep? I'm here. Hopefully. Anyways, sorry. Thanks, Shannon. I got a tattoo yesterday, actually. It's on my leg, but it's kind of hard to see right now. I'm here. Good. Okay. Anyways, we have this. So, envelope, fold it into thirds. Maddie, I'll have to look really quick because you gave me an idea and I don't remember. I thought it was something like this. Yeah, but then you can open it up, and I could maybe cut a slit on the top so that you could put like a tag in there. I could I'll add like a little pocket to the center one, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm going to play around with that. I need to make like 35 of these, I think. So it will be a rather simple project, but something kind of cute. Yeah, I think that will go with this theme really, really good. And I'll probably work on this tomorrow. So my daughter has one more week left of school. So maybe when she's at work, oh wait, it's work? Did I say work or school? I don't know. Maybe when she is at school tomorrow, I will work on that project. And come on, alive. Also. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue these on anyway, so yeah. Okay, just add a little bit of glue here. And I usually just eyeball this, honestly, when I'm adding the little pocket, or yeah, this strip of paper that becomes the pocket. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, I just love how easy this makes it just by adding a little strip down the center. And then you have 8 tags with pockets. I am going to have a lot of leftover map fabric, and I'm thinking about making some travel journals, but I have so many journal ideas that I don't know for sure, because I also have been wanting to do a collection with vintage sheets. Yesterday on yesterday's live, I opened up a package of vintage sheets and other things. And I've been wanting to do that for a while, so it's just hard because in my head, I want to do so many things. And it's just so not satisfying when I can't do them all because these ideas just get stuck in my head. And it never feels like I can do all of the things I want to do. And I know that you guys can relate to that. But, yeah. Oh, thank you, Jen. I just realized I think that was who said Jen. Yes, thank you. It is the season for travel journals. And I love being able to make journals that kind of correlate with whatever theme I'm working on for Patreon. I don't know if you guys remember, for a while I would have like a little mood board and it would be decorated in whatever theme I was doing for Patreon so that I could carry over that theme and those ideas onto just my main YouTube channel so that people who are not my Patreon members can kind of be included. And I would have like a printable that went along with it, and I would do like one journal of the month. But it's really hard for me to just have one journal available. Yeah, so that's why I started doing collections, but then that's so hard to do. Thank you, Jen. Okay, now I'm gonna cut these tags. Maybe I'll use actually, yeah, I'm just gonna use my paper trimmer since I have that here. I am loving this paper trimmer that I have, by the way. It is the Fiskars. I wish I knew what name it was. Let me see if I can show you without completely moving everything. I don't know, can you see that? I feel like, there we go. Anyways, I know you couldn't see it very well, but whoops. It's awesome. It's awesome. My original one did kind of break, but I think that was because I was trying to cut cardboard and I could feel some resistance, but I was like, nah, it's fine, it can handle it. And then the blade came off the track. So, but they replaced it, so. Just love that I can cut through all of those layers of paper and fabric at once. Okay, this is going to be cutting through 4 layers of paper and 4 layers of fabric. Let's see here. Oops, yep, that worked. I'm just kind of eyeballing that. There. So there's all of those. Yeah, this honestly saves so much time because if I were going to be cutting all of those out individually, it would not be this quick. I don't want those to go flying though. Awesome. Got it. Bring you back over. Okay. Now that I have all of those cut out into little rectangles, I'm going to, oh, I have one more I gotta do real quick. Then I'm going to cut the little corners off. And then I will sew them all. That little pocket fell off, that's okay. Oh geez, now that I thought about food, quite hungry. So when I'm cutting the corners off of the tags, I just usually eyeball that, and I just cut at an angle, and cut at an angle. I should not be using these scissors again. Actually, someone let me know. So these are fabric scissors, and they're amazing, so I don't want to mess them up. Hi, hello, by the way, if you just hopped on. But right now I'm cutting through fabric and paper. So I probably shouldn't use my fabric scissors for that, right? Since there's paper. I don't know. I'm actually clueless. I'm not sure. Let's try my other scissors and see how that goes. Thanks, Jen. Yes, I do remember having my craft room in the kitchen. And it worked, but it was quite challenging, to be quite honest. If I ever had to move and not have a craft room, I would just have my entire bedroom be my craft room, because I don't think I could never do that again. Yeah. I mean, I could if I had to, but... So, yeah, once I'm done with this project, what am I gonna do today? In my head, since this is a simple project, so even though I need to make like 70 of these, I'm like, okay, since this is simple, I'll be done with it like really soon, and then I can do an entire other project. But then I always forget to be like, okay, wait, I'm actually making 70 of these. This is gonna take a while, and I'm probably gonna need to stop to eat, and then I'm probably gonna be getting sidetracked while I'm stopping to eat, because I'm gonna be like, oh, I should clean my kitchen real quick, and then I'll clean it, and then I'll be like, oh, I've been needed to clean out my fridge because I have a few things that I need to clean out. Then I'll be like, oh, I need to clean out my freezer too, and then I'll be like, shoot, I should go get the mail. I go get the mail, and I'm like, ooh, I should go through this because I need to call about this bill or something like that, you know what I mean? And then I'm like, ooh, I have a lot of phone calls I need to make. I should do that today. And then it's 5:30, and I'm like, shoot, I didn't get a whole lot done today. My kids are on their way home too. That's usually how that goes. But I am actually hungry, so I'm probably gonna go eat and try not to get sidetracked. Hi Gigi, how are you? I just saw a couple of her kitchen table and counter videos, so... Oh, are you talking about mine? Maybe? Thank you. Yeah, I made it work. If you give a mouse a cookie. Hello, y'all. Hi, Carrie. Yeah, I figure a lot of you creatives can relate. Some days it's easier, but not a lot of days. For a while, all I could even ever think about was crafting and creating, and I would actually spend all of my time doing that. I would stay up until 3 a.m. making videos, only doing that. And at the time it felt great because I was able to get all of the ideas that were in my head out. And I still was able to do like all my other things, but I only had one kid when I'm talking about that. But you know what? I got kind of burnt out after a while. It's hard to balance. I was just realizing, oh, does this fabric have like a direction? Is it directional? But it kind of, it's kind of all over the place. So I think it's fine how I have it. Yeah, good. Well, guys, I have tons of projects going on at the same time. Yeah, I do too, always. It can get overwhelming. It's just hard because there's so many fun ideas, and I feel like a lot of us are like, ooh, I like that idea, so I want to do it before I forget. At least let me start it, you know? And then sometimes you just end up with these piles of unfinished projects. I should do a series. Well, that's another thing to add to the list. But yeah, it would be fun to do a series on completing unfinished projects. I mean, obviously I don't know like what type of unfinished projects you guys have, but maybe there's like a way or like a system that we can organize those unfinished projects and go through and, you know, figure out which ones would take the least amount of time to finish those first, and then, you know, like which ones am I most excited about, and kind of like prioritize them. That could be kind of cool. I feel like maybe there would be a way to do that in a more general way. Yeah. Okay, well, these are all cut, so now I just have to sew them, and then I'll have these little tag pockets. Whoops. So I am gonna go, and eat. Oh, sorry. There we go. I'm gonna go and eat. I'm gonna give you guys a little peek of my tattoo. I whispered it, tattoo. Hi, Susie. I'm so sorry that I'm gonna be hopping off right now, but the replay will be up soon, so, okay, if you don't like snakes, maybe don't look. That's what my tattoo's like. Also, I'm just gonna give you a warning. I have this like plastic kind of wrap over it. It's called Second Skin, if you don't know what it is. And it kind of keeps everything in. So like if there was any like blood or like stuff, it doesn't look like it right now. If you look at it with the plastic, it kind of looks like the ink is bleeding. It's not. It's just because everything's like in. So anywho, let me see if I can do this. I have like a skirt on. Let's see here. It's kind of high up there, but can you see that? I don't know. Hopefully you can see. So that will just be your little sneak peek. But anyways, that's going to be it for today. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to do another live with the other airmail folio project that I wanted to do. Did you say ew? Thanks, Maddie. It's cute on you, though. I like snakes, so understandable. It's not everyone's thing. It's totally fine. Okay, guys. Well, have a fun day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.